Over 4,000 years ago, somewhere in China, or perhaps India, some others say Egypt, a most remarkable tool for solving problems surfaced, called the Pythagorean Theorem, after the 5th century BCE Greek mathematician who proved it. It is a method of using a particular property of the right triangle to find the length of the missing side when the two other sides are known. The Pythagorean theorem concerns the right triangle only. The right triangle is the one that has one angle that measures 90 degrees. This theorem says that if we square all the sides of a right triangle, the largest of the sides is equal to the sum of the other two sides. Now, this is important. It only happens when the sides are squared, and the largest side of the triangle is the one opposite the 90-degree angle. In this example, 3 has been squared, so has 4 and 5. If we add before squaring them, they don't add up. Once squared, however, 3 as 9 and 4 as 16, the sum is 25, which is 5 squared. The Pythagorean theorem is very valuable. It can be used, for example, to compute distances that can't be physically measured. For example, what is the distance AC across the lake? Because measuring a distance using a boat is not very accurate, measuring AB and BC was achieved over land. However, there is no need to measure AC, for it can be computed using the Pythagorean theorem. In other words, square AB, square BC, add AB and BC in the squared form. Find the square root using a calculator and, rounding off, the distance across the lake is 7.859 miles. The Pythagorean theorem can be stated using the following formulas to compute each side. The hypotenuse, which is side C, is found by the square root of the addition of the squares of side A and side B. Side A is found by the square root of the subtraction of the square of side B from the square of side C. And side B is found by the square root of the subtraction of the square of side A from the square of side C. For example, a carpenter is building the frame of a room. If the room is 6 meters wide and 7 meters long, how can she check if the room is rectangular? In a rectangle, the diagonals are equal. The best way for the carpenter to know if she has a rectangle with 90-degree angles is to make the diagonals equal. What is the length of the diagonals if the sides are 6 and 7? Using the Pythagorean theorem, the diagonals become the hypotenuse of the triangle made up from the sides of the frame. Square 6, square 7. Adding 36 and 49, you get 85. Square root of 85 is 9.22. The diagonal must be 9.22 meters for the room to be a rectangle.